Hi there YouTube, it's me Gemma at Story and Song, and I wanted to come to you today with a bit of a mid-May wrap up. I've read quite a lot so far this month. I also participated in Scylwagthorn, so I wanted to do a sort of halfway point little wrap up just so that when I do my wrap up video at the very end of the month it's not completely like 40 minutes long. I'll go through and let you know which ones those were for. So first one was not for Scylwagthorn, this was just for myself, and that was Seti of Brass by S.A. Chakraborty. Now I did really enjoy this book, but it took me, I would say, about this much to actually get into it properly. I felt at the beginning it was a little bit slow moving, and I'm not gonna lie, it didn't immediately catch my attention, it didn't immediately hold me, but by the end I was totally invested. So I will continue with the series. I will get a hold of Kingdom of Copper, but as I say, it wasn't everything I wanted to be, which was a bit of a shame. So I think I ended up giving this 3.5 stars. The next book that I read was for Scylwagthorn, and this was one of the challenges where someone else had to pick the book for you. So my husband in fact picked this one, and he picked God's Grave by J. Christoph. I absolutely flew through this book. I loved it. The character development for Mia was amazing and really actually quite subtly done. I just really loved it, and I'm going to suffer, as I've said before, till September. I actually cannot wait to find out what happens to Mia Corvair. I love this series. It's really become one of my absolute favourites. Also for Scylwagthorn, I read Wicked Saints by Emily A. Duncan, and I really enjoyed this. It was very short, I felt. I actually felt that this could have benefited from being a bit less YA, a bit more sort of bit more adult, I think, and I find that with quite a few of the more popular YA books. I sort of think maybe if they were adults they could have been a bit chunkier and a bit more in-depth, but I'm really looking forward to the next part of the series, and I did give this 4 stars despite the reservations, a couple that I had. I probably will do a full review on this on the channel coming very soon as well. And then one of my favourites this month was From Here to Eternity by Caitlin Doughty. Now, for those of you that don't know me, I did a degree in anthropology. My degree in anthropology was also focused on the anthropology of death. So this book, absolutely, I loved it. I loved it so much. I will reread it again. I recommend her other book all the time. I recommend her YouTube channel, Ask a Mortician, which I will link down below. Again, a review of this will come on the channel, and also one for Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. Look at this cover. Every time I show it on camera, I'm like, look at this cover, it's so beautiful. Anyway, I read that and I loved it, and I gave it 5 stars. Next, I read A Court of Thorns and Roses, or as Cindy at Read with Cindy called it, A Court of Thorns and Hoses. I did enjoy it. I did a mini review of it, which is up on the channel. So I'll link that up in the cards if you want to know any more of my sort of in-depth thoughts. As you can tell, I really tried to annotate it and failed because I just actually flew through it. And I was just like, no, I must know what happens next. I cannot annotate this book. So I did really enjoy it, thoroughly flew through it. So much so that I then read A Court of Mist and Fury, which I liked even more and gave 4 stars. I will also review this on my channel. I love it. Rice and Feyre are now my babies, as well as Cassian, and all of the Night Court are now my favourites forever, and Tamlin can suck a dick. And then I read Throne of Glass, which I've also just done a review of, which will link up in the cards. Again, I've got a review of this, so I won't go into too much detail of it. Did like it. I have ordered the next ones in the series, and we'll see where we go from there. At this very moment in time, I'm reading A Court of Wings and Ruin. I will probably finish this in the next kind of day or so. I can't wait to see what happens. I'm pretty addicted to this, and I'm quite sad that there's only 3. So we'll see how I feel after this one. Again, I'll probably do a wrap up of this specific book. Now, looking back at my May TBR, there is one book that I haven't yet read that's still on it, which is The Night Circus. I am still hoping to get to that after I finish A Court of Wings and Ruin. I unfortunately just got really caught up with Sarah J Maas, and I'm such a mood reader. It's so unfortunate. I don't even know whether TBRs are going to work out for me in the long run, but we'll keep trying them anyway. Like, subscribe, do all that stuff. Follow me on Twitter, Goodreads. Let's talk books. Anyway, take care, YouTube. Have a good day and enjoy the weather if it's as nice as it is where I am, where you are. Bye bye.